Okay, no sooner did I say that than we get a high red bar volume with the blue. So, all right, long story short, I don't know if I'll be able to recover the last video. It kind of stopped. Camtasia's having a couple issues right now, it seems like. Um, anyway, it is what it is. And I'm setting myself up right now, getting ready to trade. Well, I sure do miss the Top Step Trader little chat room. I'm not a fan of Facebook. I mean, I like Facebook, but see, I only like Facebook to post pictures and look up and tell people happy birthday. You know, I don't use Facebook as let's build my business using Facebook community. I just you know, there's people that like their privacy, right? So I need to take a little break because I forgot about my coffee and it's sitting there. I need to go get it. Uh, we still got about a couple minutes prior to the release. Right now, what I can tell you is this is highest blue and this is highest red before the report. 2623 on the red side. So what we got right now is a failure to communicate. Now what we have is basically is a tiebreaker scenario down here. So there's a lot of interest to keep the market. I don't know, people are trying to fight it back to 67, you know, and then 65 levels. So that's where we are right now. It opens up the door. This below opens up the door considerably to the short side. If we look at the daily chart, we'll talk about that in just a second. All right, so we're looking at the dailies. And you can see that we're hitting a significant spot underneath this line where we are. Let's move it over so you can see a little bit better. Let's get rid of this here. So we made the Fibonacci retracement yesterday, we talked about, and then we came back down here. Now we're right at the lows of the previous day, if you look, and you can see that we have, if you look back, see that the market could reach to 63, and then if it wants to come lower, then there's a chance for it to move lower. On the other side, this could be the base, and then we're going to go retest the highs, you know, up through here. So both sides have been playing, and the 60 range has been, we've been playing in the 60s since when we first entered the 60s. Looks like around January we entered into the 60s. January of this year. So we've been above, let's see, we got as low as 57. What's that right there? We got as low as 5807 in 2018. And that's about it. You know, it's been stair-stepping its way up. And this could be ended up being the low right now that pushes it up, or maybe it comes down a little bit lower, make a double bottom and then pushes up. Or, you know, maybe it does, market finally breaks through and lower prices are coming. We shall see. Or the other side of this is if we just calm it out right here around like we've been doing. When we've been sticking around this level, you can see accumulation right through here, and then boom, some more, and then boom, and then we're doing the same thing. So maybe we're getting ready to go and boom again. Now let's go top down. So this is the dailies. This is the chart that I look at to start with on the dailies as a day trader. Then I like to move down to the hourly chart. And the hourlies will show you, here's a double bottom, right? We're going to press through or not? Boy, I tell you what. Just like last Wednesday, this was last Wednesday, I believe, the report release, and it was already here before the report release, and today, you know, it's coming down again. Market has a memory, right? We'll see. See how it works out. And then moving down 15-minute, now we can see we truly are at the bottom back from August 13th, which is Monday. And then if we look a little bit further in, we can see where, oh, let's go back to the hourly bar. Got to see where the 200 bar. Okay, the 200 bar is up at the R1 line. On the 15-minute, whoops, I want 10. On the 15-minute chart, it's at pivot. And then down to 5-minute chart, see the 200 bar line is in the middle of S1 and pivot. So if we say where the retracements can be, the retracement back up to here to pivot, that can easily be hit, going up halfway into S1 up to pivot. Now what I expect to happen here is we're going to push lower to start with, most likely test the S2 line, and then make a determination which way we want to go. It might jump up, it might come down, then jump up. So I need to keep thinking that. Right now I'm thinking in my head, have we reached the lows? Have we already run too far too fast for the market? Are we going to stop here and then come back up? Or are we going to break through this level and then head on down? So that's kind of where my thought process is right now. A lot of unknowns, obviously, right? You just don't really know what's going to happen. That's what the beauty of trading is you're locking horns with the smartest people in the world. By the way, 1R today is 20. It's actually 20.3, but I don't risk anything more than 20. With entry point, though, we're going to be risking 22. I talked about that on a previous video. That's max. 20 plus 2 because I get in there. So that would be a maximum 2 trades. If it both goes against me at minus 44. And then we're at 75 with a 3P target to start with. Now with that being said, I want to move out to a 7P in case it runs. And 7P today is 174. 8's 199. So we're going to throw it out there. We'll go, well, 175. We might move beyond that. GAN signal right now is at 65.38 or 67.87 on the other way. So we're closing in on the GAN 137.5 degree angle today. That's usually a sticking point. Doesn't mean we won't run through it, but it can stick there. And that coincides with the open right now around a 5P down move, which coincides with 124 5 ticks down. All right, we're a couple minutes prior to the release. I'm going to take a break. Be back in just a few. Okay, we're closing in on, there it is, red bar. And it's higher. Let's go ahead and get the trend line on this. Damn it. Sell below line is right around here. Opening trade is a short at 17 on the failure bar. And we have a long above way up here. Really don't want to get long unless we cross back over the 200 bar line. $65.18 is short. And its highest volume bar red, looking at failure line to start with. Filled at 19. $65.19 is entry point. We've been 6 down since entry. One P target on the way down is 64.94. The 3P down move from here. I want to plug in the high to see how far we've been. 66.90. $65.11. We've been down 7p from the highs. So click a market that's trying to bottom here. Got a long signal at 22. I'm looking at this line right here, showing some strength, and we're seeing kind of a rounded bottom here. There's no blow through lower yet. It's just stair stepping its way down. Now I'm looking like an idiot now. Coming in tight. That's a 1p down move right there. What made me move? I guess what made me move is, I don't know. Should have stayed short. Didn't like the way it looked there though. Looked like it was ready to shoot up right here. Went through. Now from entry point of 60, what do we have? 65.19. $65.19, a 3p move brings it to 64.44. I didn't trust the short, obviously. I think what I didn't trust was that we've moved so far so fast early, and I was expecting a retracement. I guess you can see it better here. I was expecting a retracement first and then a sell-off, so I wasn't expecting the downward movement. So 64.87 new low. And since when I first put in my lows this morning, when I first put in, we've already went down from 66.02 to 64.87. So once again, the market heads down prior to the release. Now we're at 64.83, but the market heads down prior, and we're basically almost $2 down from yesterday's close right now. It's a lot of red. I'll talk about the bottom open up. 64.69 is 2p down. From entry point. Look at this on the hourly chart, what it looks like. Last low previous was 64.83, now 64.74. Not going to jump along. Oh, what is that bell sound? That bell is driving me nuts. I gotta turn on the music. Okay, finally seeing some sort of retracement. Have a long signal at 65.06. Boy, I tell you what. Long signal at 96, we'll call it 97. Looking at the blue line crossover. We have not officially run a 2P down yet. If we get down below a 2P, then I'm going to stop trying to buy the market for a while. Now I will be looking for a 3P move on an up signal. $94 to go long. Double bottom, removing entry point. going to pause here. Wondering why I'm still not short. So let's think about this. It fell, and it fell just like on Wednesday of last week. It fell previous to, obviously what I'm thinking in the back of my head, well, it may not obvious to you, but what I'm thinking in the back of my head is, why aren't I shorting from up here at the 8 o'clock mark? And it's because the report release has historically, since I've been trading, keeps the market in a certain range. And then we see a day like today, which, if you would have come in and an entry point at 66.24, looking at the lows now of 64.74, there's already been a move of 150 ticks down already. And if we look at the high of the market right now, and we look at the low, there's already been a move almost 9p down. We've moved 8. Now 8 always usually opens the door. 8 opens the door to 10. Not always, but 80-85% chance of the time. If you go 8p, you go 10. But usually there's a retracement in there somewhere. Now it did make a low by 1 tick there. So it's very close to a 9p move right now. I'm looking for a bottoming pattern here. I would prefer to be short. Now it made 2. So now, if I was long, I'd be protecting up here somewhere for, let's call it a low, and where the blue line is, plus 10 ticks brings it to 96. So let's follow behind here. There might be an opportunity to get long here. At least maybe pull out something, or retracement and then short. A 10p down move is 6441. And officially made 10p from high. So it's, excuse me, 9p. 10 is 6441. So, I mean, that's almost a guarantee at this point. It's about 85%. Once you run an 8 mark, you go 10. So why did I move in? Why wasn't I confident to hold it right there? Is it because it dropped too far so fast and I expected a retracement? I would say that that's the truth. So it did officially make 9p right there from the highs. We're trailing here 93. We got a new hourly bar here at 11 o'clock. I guess I've been burned so many times trying coming down on the low side. You can see where our entry point comes in on the hourly chart. This is where our entry point is right here, and this is how far the market's already fallen throughout the day. So this fall starts around 2 a.m., recovers back to the low, and then right here at 8 a.m. it starts its fall. Very similar to what happened back on, well, actually this one started at 5 a.m. last week on Wednesday. So what I'm going to tell you now is that there's people in the know, and you can see that they're in the know because they know exactly, you know, they're proving that they knew exactly what was going to happen. So what was the release? What was the number? The build, 6.8 million. Talk about missing the release again. So they're expecting this negative number right here. And then they get this big positive number. So there you go. So some people knew that ahead of time, would you say? Looking for exhaustion down here. I think we kind of have it, but I'm not certain. 6460 is the new low. Let's plug that in on the other side. 6460. 6460 right here was where it was. That's where the bar would be. 80. So we're going to say set 89. This is a trailing stop on the short if I would be short. Ideally, what I want to see to even think about the long side, I like to see some volume accumulation down here. But then I'd also want to see it move up over the 200 bar, come back under, the highway would come through here like this, and then come through. So that second crossover of the 200 line, that kind of is what I look at when I'm thinking about a long signal down here on the lows. So 60, there's the low right there. We were right here when the low was popped. 82, so that's 92. That's her trailing stop behind the 200 bar line. I guess I should feel lucky that I got a couple ticks away today. I was nervous, to be honest. I was nervous down there in that trade when I got out. So we're seeing a move finally. Okay, looking back at the low here is 60. First time we hit it was right here. 82, 92 would be our short exit point. Pause. Okay, second crossover of the 200 bar. Puts it around 78. $77. Pause. Removing long. I'm liking it down here as a short, as a long, and using this low right now, the 60. $67 the long, and we'll use 60 low. Call it 68. Looks like we're getting really close to perceived bottom. Running out of strength down here to push it. Might come one tick lower. And stop. I really like it here. Okay. I like that, but it didn't like me. $64.52. Last low was $64.60. $72 is $82 now. $3p down move from that entry point was what does that say, 40 something? $6444. Previous break point is 60. Made it back to it. Reach back down. 79 now. This is the trailing stop if I would have stayed short. New low. So 6444 is 1, and then the high today is 6690. Possible 12 peak down move is 6391. Just expect some form of retracement down here somewhere, even if it is for a 1P. It's just not going down hard. We go 61 the long. One more shot at this. We can use 51 as a low. I'd like to see some volume kicking in. But a lack of interest is just as good. A lack of interest is just as good down here. Honestly, it either wants to fly up or it doesn't. There's either interest to move it up or there's not. Looks like we need to get above that 68 mark. This would be our short stop signal. Is the best chance for the market to recover and come up. 64.85 would be a 1p up move, by the way. I'm down 5. We'll go ahead and protect 67. That'll make a win for the day. I really want to see it move quickly and not come back. That's the only way we're going to break the lows. You've got to hold the lower highs. We need to see a higher low pattern, excuse me. We need to see the higher low pattern now. The market did not take out. Doesn't mean it won't. I might have moved in too close. I'm very uneasy when I'm short, when I'm going long into a low. Very uneasy. Be interesting to see if I caught it though. I'm going to pause here. I'll come back and see how it worked out. You know, right now I'm just happy to be in the win column at this point after screwing up so many times. So at least I'm seeing a little bit better. I don't like the idea of the market moving so far so fast and I'm not able to get involved in it prior to the crude oil inventory release. It kind of drives me upside the wall, really. I feel like that Sesame Street thing that dude goes around and around and around in the chair. Is driving me around, driving me crazy. So that's what I feel like today. And I definitely wanted to make sure to get at least something. I know it's not a lot, but a win's a win is a win right now, and it's better than taking a 40 tick hit. So pausing. I'm pretty much done on my trading day. I'm kind of, my nerves are shot right now. All right, I'm going to end the video here. The market did run a 1p up. It came down here. I got out here. I wanted it to run at this point at the 10:30 mark and not retrace back. So looks like that, you know, I mean, I probably would have only taken a 1p profit target out when it retraced back right through here, because I would have been very cautious about being in a long trade in a short situation, because I want to see it move quickly. Otherwise, we're still in a very, I don't like being long in a lot of times, so I'll protect it. I'm happy that I have a little bit of a small win. It didn't work out the way I wanted to today with the CLPIT strategy. I would be out officially of this trade on the long side, I mean on the short side at 79. That would have knocked me out right here. So that would have been over. And so it looks like what the woulda, shoulda, coulda side on this is I was in at 65.19. No, excuse me, was that 65.19? Yeah, 65.19 less 64.79. It was worth 40 ticks. So $400 a day if I'd have held it. That's it. It's could have done better, but I don't know. I mean, some days the market just gets away from you, and today was just like last Wednesday. The market moved so far so fast, it's hard to find a position to get involved with it without lots of risk. We'll talk to you later. It's Dave Knight here at 123 Day Trade. Thank you.